welcome to another edition of Achievement College. This is Aussie Gamer 17 and this is my step-by-step guide to getting you that gamer score. Today we are playing Blair again, and this video is going to cover all of the achievements and collectibles we can get here in chapters 3, 4 and 5. Alright, let's go. Okay, right off the bat, from the starting location after you've switched on your torch, head past the fireplace and find all this rubble here, including this big rock here. And make sure you head all the way around the big rock, and up next to the rock is our next psychiatry note, or psychiatrist note. Okay, now I was just trying to start the walkthrough, the part 2 walkthrough, and Bullet has actually brought me something. This is going to be the dried ice cream. Now, I've never had him bring it to me here, so I am going to show you another spot a little bit later in the video where I know that he normally finds it. So I'll keep this bit in the video, but we'll also include it in just a minute as well. Actually, what we'll do is we'll go and show you exactly where I normally get that ice cream from. And if I didn't already mention it, it is one of the garbage items that we have to get rid of. So from where the tent is, turn around, go past the fireplace again. This is very, very hard to show because of how dark everything is, but I do want to do this before we get the cam recorder and things move on. So go follow this path along here until you see, just looking for a path up into this mountain. It's a bit further around. There it is. This path here, heading up here. There are other ways to get this, because if you haven't already noticed, it's a bit of a tricky area that will change on you, and you'll go round and round in circles. All right, so once you're up here, I usually hang around near this fireplace.
What's this?
Tell Bullet to search, and he will bring the ice cream to you. But obviously, he'd already done that for me somehow a little bit earlier. So there we go. Okay, back at the camp. First thing, I just want to pick up this survival guide or whatever it's called. I don't think it really counts towards any achievements, but just in case, we'll pick that up. And the main thing we want to get right now is the next wooden doll.
This thing again. Oh, no, it's a different one.
Okay, make your way back to the campsite, and this time we're going to go pick up the camcorder again. And something I've always noticed, this one right here for some reason, there's another one identical. Let me know in the comments if there's one like that in your game, or if my game's just glitched. But on all my playthroughs, that's been there. All right, pick it up.
How did it end up back here?
And what you want to do is watch the video. And if you read the instructions, you'll know that if you can see something in this video, like we can see that police car there, we've paused the video, but I can still hear and see the police light. So turn the video off and head over to where the boy was playing with the police car, and there it is. Pick it up.
This tape.
Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to interact with the car, and then we're going to show it to Bullet, and he's going to head off on a trail, and we're going to follow him, and I'll meet you guys when Bullet comes across a totem. I'll show you that in just a second. Okay, as you follow Bullet, he will eventually stop and cry like this in front of this totem. Walk up to it, grab it, and destroy it. Not only is that destroying one of the 10 totems that you need for an achievement, but you also get one of the victim photographs. As soon as you pick up that photograph from the totem, do not continue on after Bullet down that way. Turn around and look at this little bridge across the water here. Head across there to this tire, and just sitting in front of the tire is our next garbage man collectible.
When people do that.
A tin can. Pick that up. Okay, and from where the tin can was, or where this tire is, head up this trail here. And once again, it is very dark, but as long as you head straight and sort of follow around to your left, follow this little trail, and you'll come to this area with a bit of a trench. Go right at the trench, and down here on top of a rock is our next psychiatry note. Pick it up. Let me pick it up, game. Okay, I just thought I'll show you from that psychiatrist note how to get back on trail. But basically, we still want to follow Bullet. He should be still trying to lead us in the right direction. So sort of do a bit of a U-turn around to our right. All right, come on, Bullet. And follow Bullet down this way. And then stop when you get the radio message from the sheriff, and I will meet you guys there.
Still on track, buddy?
Okay, make sure you answer the radio.
Pick up. Might be important.
Okay, and after you've chatted to the sheriff on the radio, just continue to follow Bullet until he comes across another one of these totems. Make sure you grab it and destroy it and grab another victim photograph. Alright, now follow Bullet until you come to this big white tree, and this will actually be the start of Chapter 4. Approach the tree and radio the sheriff. Alright, now at the big white tree, I haven't actually moved my perspective. I'm still facing the exact same way. If you look to your left, you can see some concrete down there, and if you look almost straight ahead, you can see a car in the distance. Not sure if you can make it out in the video. Instead of turning to the left though, we're going to turn to our right and head into the woods down here. And what we want to do is call Bullet, get him to follow us. And somewhere down here, if we get Bullet... Come here, buddy. And tell him to seek.
Okay, seek.
Go on, buddy. There he goes. He will dig us a hole. And we'll get our next victim photograph.
What's that?
And there it is. Once again, starting at the big white tree, we're going to head straight and we're going to head for the car in the distance. I'll meet you guys there. Okay, and arriving at this old rusty car, you can just inspect it, but Bullet is actually going to find our next bit of rubbish for the Garbage Man achievement. Where are you, Bullet? He's trying to get us to follow him somewhere else at the moment. Alright, come on, buddy.
Come here, boy.
He usually just finds it by himself. Alright, seek.
Search.
There we go. And this one's just a little bit different because we're going to be getting him to sniff it and pick up a scent and follow. We're going to follow him somewhere.
Come on, Bullet. You can do better than that.
Alright, this next little bit not really required for an achievement, but I'm going to show you anyway.
Good boy. Now show me.
Okay, he's not going to go far. He's going to head straight back down the path that we just came down. Well, actually, I'm going to head down the path we came down. He's going to head up there a little bit. I'm not going to follow him in there. We're just going to stay on this path that leads back to the white tree. He's run in there and he has found us another red tape.
There you go, buddy.
Now pick the red tape up. Watch the video. You can speed past that bit more on that later. When you see the boy, get ready to pause the video when he drops the baseball. And just pause the video there and then exit the video.
Peter didn't run away.
Okay, back to the white tree. We were just on the other side of it though. Just find the concrete structures here and head down inside there.
The video was shot
and
around here
this is where the video was shot. You'll see the baseball there. I'm not going to pick that up just yet. I'm going to just quickly head inside here. Head down these stairs.
Is that a bunker?
Okay, now I'm just showing you this more for posterity. It's something that we're going to need to do on our second playthrough, but I do know the code for this. So you move that to the second, keep that in number 1, that needs to be number 1, and this needs to be number 3. And I'll show you where we get that code in just a moment, but I didn't want to come back and do this. Head inside. There is a note here. Once again, I don't believe this note relates to any achievements. Correct me in the comments if I am wrong, but there it is anyway. And we have to come back here in our second playthrough. Okay guys, this next totem and victim photograph can be very, very difficult to find. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here at the baseball.
There it is.
We're going to pick it up and we're going to show it to Bullet.
Come on, boy.
And we're going to follow him for now. And I'm going to show you exactly where we go
Attaboy, go get it.
to get to this next totem. Go that way, Bullet. Alright, so there's the bunker. Head off to our right. Jeez, where are you, Bullet? There he is. Thought he disappeared for a second there. I was going to say, he doesn't normally go that far, that fast. Once you get out of the concrete, you're going to head to your left. And you're going to go through this sort of rocky sides. As soon as you get out of the rocky area, don't worry about Bullet and just turn to our right. If Bullet comes with us, that's great, because then he can point out the totem. You can start to hear it. As So we're getting close to it. I still struggle to find it exactly.
I know, buddy. I know.
But what we're looking for is some rocks. There they are. See, they popped in real late then. That wasn't even my fault. And there's the totem. Destroy it. And we'll grab our next victim photo. Should be victim photo number 10. Matthias, I believe. Okay, now from that victim photograph and totem, we want to continue to follow Bullet. And he's going to actually lead us to our first monster that we need to kill. I think this is the first one in the game. You won't see it. You will get an achievement the first time you defeat a monster. You won't see that happen on my screen because I got it in a practice run.
In circles,
He'll take you back to the car and then you're going to head up to the left. And continue to follow him. Now, at this point, you might lose him and you can't see him in this.
Where are you, buddy?
And you'll find if you run in the wrong direction, you actually get reset and put back in a different spot.
Don't make me
What I
chase
like
you.
to do is just continue to tap the LB button and move slowly.
Bullet, where are
and
you?
always be heading towards Bullet. Seems to be the best way to get out of here.
Bullet.
If anyone knows a better way, post a comment. I have found that just running straight ahead has got me out, but then sometimes that doesn't work either. So I think I stuffed it up a little bit there. Alright, so just keep going slow. It's probably better when I'm not talking and commentating.
Come here, boy.
Alright. Eventually you're going to get to a point where you can see him outside of the thick trees.
Here, boy.
Here we go.
Come here, boy.
There he is. Alright, now follow him again. Come on, buddy. I know it's right there. It's right in front of us. And this is going to be the monster. I'm not sure if you can see that. It might be a bit dark. Just head straight for it. Alright, now keep your eye on Bullet. He's going to be facing it. And then we need to try and put our torch on the monster. Oh, it's moved. When it lights up and vibrates, that's when you know you're looking at the monster. And after a couple of goes, there we go. After he says that, and you'll see this pop up on the screen, at that stage you should get an achievement if that's your first monster kill. There we go. Now, before we go any further, we're going to head to the tree where the monster was located when we first saw it. And we're going to find a blue tape this time. These, I guess, as far as I can tell, are just story, just lore. So you can feel free to watch it or not. Okay, now from the tree where the first monster was and we just picked up that blue tape, in the distance you should be able to see a red light. We're going to head over to that red light and I'll meet you guys there. Just be careful on the way. You may or may not come across another monster. Just shine your torch on them until they die or go away or whatever it is. And I'll meet you guys at the red light. Okay guys, here we are at the source of that red light. It's some sort of rail car. Now this is probably the hardest victim photograph in the game. We'll worry about that in a minute, Bullet. Yeah, probably the hardest victim photograph in the game. Now guys, just remember, if this guide is helpful and you're enjoying the guide, please remember to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and post a comment, all of that good stuff. Also consider checking out my Patreon page. It's money and support that I receive there that will help me continue to make guides like this in the future and hopefully get them out even faster in the future. Alright, what you want to do is from the rail car or this logging car, find this tree here with the sort of the dents and stuff in it and the red leaves behind it. I sort of use that as a reference point. We're going to head in this direction until we see you can go past this tree. It's really hard to show you. See the rocks there? So we pass these two trees here on the left, heading to the rocks. As soon as you get there, past those two trees, just turn to your right and look up, and you can see the photograph hanging in the trees here. And we just need to get close enough to pick it up. Now, the first time you find yourself here, you may also get a text message.
Signal. Great.
I did get the text message looking for this. Now, I probably looked for this photograph for over an hour at least. Checking that text message, it says, look higher between the leaves. Now, the first time I got that text message while I was searching around here, I didn't know what I was looking for. I was just looking around. I got that message. I spent the next hour just looking in the trees and did not find this. And then I checked online and there's other people that have had that message and found this photograph. So There we go. That was a hard one. That is the Michael B photograph. Okay, head back to the rail car, and you may recognize this tree. What we need to do is open up the camcorder, watch certain tapes, and you need to choose the breadcrumb trail and rewind it. It's the same one that we used for the baseball, and you'll see right at the start of the tape the tree falling down. Make sure you pause it somewhere around there, and now we can get past. Put that away. Get my torch back out. Alright, you'll head over to this bridge. You're going to get a radio message. Hang on, I'll just stay back here. And you're going to end up having to head back to the white tree. Okay guys, after arriving back at the white tree, you're going to have an interesting conversation with the sheriff. Hey, come back here, Bullet. You're also going to have to fight off some more of those monsters. Once you do, make sure, I probably haven't done this enough yet on this video, make sure we give Bullet a pat. And if you didn't, if you haven't already passed it, make sure you give him a pat after the last monster, and usually after I find totems as well, but I'd forgotten to do that in this playthrough so far.
Bullet!
Stop running away, Bullet. And the other thing that you get from here, whoops, wrong button, is you'll also get a text message. Open it up. You've got no reception, but it's about Health 101, and it's just telling you to keep moving when you're fighting the monsters. Okay, and from the white tree, head back to the car. And what you'll see this time is that the car is no longer a rust bucket. And that we're going to have to solve a little puzzle here.
Isn't it? It's Lanning's car.
Use the radio.
I know you're there. Look.
When that doesn't work, pick up this note.
The light.
Then get out your radio. Move to channel 3 and call.
The light?
Turn on the lights.
And then try and open the car. You'll find out that it's locked, but Bullet will just automatically bring you the key.
Hey, where'd you find him?
Okay, then you want to hop into the car.
Good job, buddy. Stay here, boy.
There's a police report here.
Another missing person?
And the instructions for the fuse box here. But what we want to do is turn the headlights on. So put the key in. And then try the headlights. It won't work.
No
so we have to pop the hood, as you guys would say. And hop out. Head around the front of the vehicle. Open the hood. And reattach the battery. Alright, once you've reattached the battery, hop back in the car. Now, the code to that padlock that we used earlier. To pick that up, you would need to press this button here.
Greetings, my beloved listeners.
And let this message play out.
Your prize is on its way.
And when she says that, you should receive a text message. There it is. Check your phone, check the message.
What the?
And that is the answer to that padlock. Alright, now we want to get the lights working again. So try them again. Won't work. Now you need to open the fuse box. Look at the fuses. Move down to fuse 6 and move it to fuse 7, and that is it. Now you can turn the headlights on. And hop out of the car, and you'll see that it is now daytime.
How?
Alright, now that we are out of the car, what we want to do is head this way. And we're just going to walk forward until our phone goes off, and we can then check some messages, etc. I'll meet you guys there. Okay guys, it's always when we get to this log here, we get a series of text messages. Check your phone. Go into your text messages. Just go through them all and read them all. And now that we have reception on our phone, what we want to do is go to our call history and call Jess. Once you're done with that call with Jess, we're going to work on getting 2 more achievements using the phone. So open the phone back up. The first one is I hate pizza. Go into the menu and go to your phone book and head down to Donnie's Pizza. To get this achievement, you need to call Donnie's Pizza 6 times in a row until the achievement pops. I'm not going to show you all 6 calls. I'll just start doing it now, and then I'll meet you guys with the 6th call when the achievement pops. Okay, and here we go for call number 6.
This is Donnie's Pizza, and if you don't order this time, I swear I'm gonna fight you and shove a pizza up your ass!
And there's that beautiful sound. Okay, so with that achievement out of the way, we're going to grab, like I said, another achievement using the phone. Go into the menu, and this time go to Games. And what you want to do is go into Cobra Masters, aka Snake. And you want to use the D-pad, not like that, to pick up these little dots. And what you want to do is keep going until you get to 40 points. I will speed the video up now, and I'll join you guys again when we're a little bit closer to getting the next achievement. Okay guys, we're getting close now. Ooh. All right, 2 to go. And then there it is. We should hear that beautiful sound again. Had this back on the old Nokia phones, or Nokia, however you want to say it, back in the day. I do remember spending way too much time playing this, probably in school and the like. Anyway, there we go guys. Thank you for that. Hope these guides are helping. If they are, remember to give us a thumbs up and post a comment, all of that good stuff. And after we're finished with the phone, just because Bullet's been so good waiting, I'm going to just give him another pat. And with that done, we're just going to start following the path. And we're going to eventually come across a river. When we do, I'll show you guys what we need to do there, and I'll meet you guys there at the river. Okay guys, here we are at the river. Bullet has made his way across, but before we cross the river, heading over to the right hand side, in front of these logs here is our next garbage man collector item, the spray can. So make sure you pick that up, and straight from there, what we're going to do is turn around and head over to this big tree, and on the roots over here is our next wooden doll or wooden idol.
Another one.
And once you have crossed over the river, you're going to find yourself at the fork in the road here. Make sure you head to your left and crouch under this tree here. I'm going to grab our next victim portrait all the way over here on the ground. Okay, after that last photo that was in there, come back out to the main path, and this time head in the other direction. Somewhere along here it crosses from chapter 4 to chapter 5, but just follow this linear path across here. If Bullet's beating you, he will actually start to sniff the footprints here. But you can click that there. But more importantly is head forward, and we're going to grab our next garbage man collectible, this empty cigarette packet.
Well, if I don't get you, they sure will.
Easy one, that one. Okay guys, these next 2 are really hard, or almost impossible to do without spoilers. You'll come across a body, and after inspecting the body in his hand, you're going to find our next victim photograph, Anita. And after picking up that photo, we are going to grab our next achievement. Open up your phone. Go into your phone book, and this is why we looked at the photo right at the start of the game in the sheriff's car. And you should have got Mrs. Lanning's phone number. It's now in your phone book, so make sure you give her a call. Leave a message for Mrs. Lanning, and we get the 2 absent friends achievement
Not sure
for
if you remember
50
me.
gamer
I used to work
score.
with your husband.
When you're finished with that phone call, we're also going to call Jess because we have reception and we want to keep her on our side and call her as often as we can. Okay, when you're done with all the phone calls and stuff with the body,
Bullet.
call Bullet.
Here.
And he will bring you a tape. Now, immediately watch the tape. I'm not sure, once again, if any of this is really necessary. And I didn't want to show too much of this. I want to avoid spoilers, just in case. But when you see the shovel here in the foreground, pause the video.
What were you doing here, Sheriff?
Turn the videotape off.
This is no longer just a missing person case.
And just here somewhere, where has it gone?
This.
On the ground.
For Peter and for Lanning.
I got myself all turned around. I was standing right on top of it. Is the shovel. When you pick up the shovel, you show it to Bullet, but he won't really take you anywhere. He doesn't take you anywhere, I don't think.
Nothing there, huh?
And from that very same location where the body was found, head back out the way we came, even though things are going to look very, very different. Head straight out this way.
Sheriff Emmett Lanning. The guy.
And when you get to the water down here,
One. Even me.
over to the left on a rock is our next
Side-eye.
victim photograph.
Never gave up.
Caroline. From the location of our last collectible victim photograph, head up over this mound. Not sure what Bullet is barking at. When you see this ruined hut or whatever it is, head into this pond on the right hand side, or this body of water. Head directly across it. We're going to grab our next totem and our next victim photograph.
It's okay, buddy. It's all gone. See?
Destroy that. Take the next victim photograph and make sure you give Bullet a pat as we head out of here. Make sure he feels okay after that totem scared him. Okay, where we found the totem and victim photograph, then we pet Bullet. Head inside this ruined house. You can pick up this little note thingy-majiggy here. Once again, I'm not sure this one relates to any achievements, but what you can do is grab the next wooden doll.
Each one is more twisted than the last.
Okay, and from that wooden doll, head back out, and this time we want to follow Bullet. We are very, very, very close to the end of chapter 5 here.
Where'd all the water go?
Follow Bullet into the riverbed, and he's going to find a helmet for us.
Either I'm going crazy or...
Pick up the helmet, and now what we have to do is run and avoid all of the wind and the lights and the trees and stuff like that. Just run in this direction. Don't worry, if you do die, you can easily die by stopping and getting hit by whatever it is chasing us. I think we need to go this way, isn't it? Yeah. Usually following Bullet is the best way through here. As I was saying, if you do die, you're going to get there's a checkpoint directly before this anyway. Ooh, forgot about that tree. Head around it. Keep going. I think I went the wrong way for a second, but where we're heading is this giant tree. Continue to follow Bullet and make it inside the tree. Don't worry about the screen going red like that. That's all normal. Well, for this game it is. Okay guys, when you find yourself back in control of your character, that is actually the start of chapter 3. I do recommend doing a manual save in slot number 2 here and keeping this save slot here in case you've missed something or we need to go back to something. Keep this save slot. I'm going to have to call that a video, guys. The next video will contain the following 3 chapters. Hope you're enjoying the guide. If you are, remember to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, post a comment, all that good stuff. Also, come and visit me over on Twitch and follow me there. And if you feel like supporting the channel, you can check out my Patreon page and become a member of Aussie's Army for only $1. And there's the bell, guys. You know what that means. Class dismissed.